What's going on? Trying to go live on Instagram for the first time. And let's see. Think there we go. All right, hold on, guys. Give me one moment. Oh, cool. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Get ready to jump on board the Mile High bandwagon. I'm your bus driver, C Green, and we're getting ready to stop at your one-stop destination for all things Denver sports related. So go ahead. Like I said last week, join me every Tuesday as I come to you live from Denver, Colorado. I'm going to bring you the latest news, analysis, interviews, and insights on all the sports action happening in the Mile High city that I can get my hands on. So whether you're a diehard Broncos fan or a passionate Nugget supporter, a devoted Avalanche enthusiast, Mile High Bandwagon has got you covered. Feel free to ask questions, share your thoughts, and be a part of the conversation as I break down matches, provide analysis, and engage in lively debates, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get on to that intro. Mile. Hi. Sports. Bandwagon. Welcome to the Mile High Bandwagon. Come and chat with me. This the Mile High Sports Chat track for the city. From big threes to touchdowns, I'm talking hat tricks. If it's a competition, that's probably where I'm at. This the Mile High Bandwagon. Find me on Shady Sports Network. Like, subscribe. This the Mile High Bandwagon. Follow, like, subscribe. Follow, like, subscribe. Shady Sports Network. Follow, like, subscribe. What's up, guys? It's your boy C Green coming to you live from Denver, Colorado. Like I said before, this is Mile High Bandwagon, coming with episode 2, probably like episode 55. I don't know. You know what I mean? I had a bunch of different shows. I'm kind of brought them into this one, so we'll still have the Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. Hopefully I'll get Shawnee back on there with me, but I will have other guests coming on that as well. Just probably not in this episode. The next episode will be I'll try to touch on fantasy football. There's really nothing going on with the off season. But definitely, I guess we'll see players moving. So for those dynasty drafts, players like myself, new to dynasty this year coming up. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, there'll be some news, but nothing really fantasy related. More so, like I said in the last episode, my goal is to bring you all things Denver sports related. So whether you're a seasoned sports fanatic or new to the Denver sports scene, Mile High Bandwagon welcomes you aboard. Thank you for watching and thank you for joining me. I do this live because honestly, I don't really like public speaking, but I like talking about sports. So my goal is to get the engagement going. You know what I mean? Get some comments. You want to come on the show? Definitely let me know. I'll send you the link, get you on here. Just get some debates, whatever it may be. Just talk about, just let's get on here and talk sports. Doesn't necessarily have to be Denver, but because I am here in Denver, I keep it Denver related. And, I bleed orange and blue. So I'll definitely probably be touching on Gator football as we get closer to the college season as well. I don't really talk much college sports, but I love the Gators. So you're going to hear about them. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to set yourself a reminder because I will be coming to you live every Tuesday. I'll be coming to you every Tuesday, not necessarily live every episode. Hopefully I can get some interviews on here for you guys. So just set a reminder and get ready to join me, on the Mile High Bandwagon. Like I said, I'm your bus driver. You can find it on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X, or Twitter, Twitch, and other platforms. Also on Shady Sports Network, www.shadysportsnetwork.com. Shout out the network, man. You see us growing. We're coming at you. Everything, honestly, like mostly alt football, but, we have some really great coverage on the NFL, on the NBA, great coverage on wrestling, man. So get on over to Shady Sports Network and check us out, man. See what we got coming. You may fall in love. I'm sure you will. Also, another thing I want to say is I have another show that I do. It's called Marshall's Law. We're going into season 2. Our first episode will be dropping tonight. I covered a Rapid City Marshals out of South Dakota. They just moved from the championship indoor football league. Now they're in the arena football league. So got that first interview coming out tonight with Coach X-Man Patterson. So you can check that here on YouTube on Shady Sports Network as well. At Shady Sports Network everywhere. That'll be coming at 5 p.m. So tune in for that. That's going to be a great talk, great chat with him. Looks like they're bringing some really, really good energy this year. So I'm excited to be a part of that and excited to see how it grows and how it goes being in arena football. So it's supposed to be, a little bit faster paced. They're going to have better coverage, national coverage on the NFL Network. So I mean, I am here for that. So you check them out at www.marshallsfootball.com or look up Marshall's Law on Shady Sports Network, on YouTube, on all of the social media platforms. That's going to be dropping every Tuesday at 5 p.m. So I'll keep you up to date on that team, and hopefully I can get my way out there to South Dakota to catch a game in person and bring you news on that. But back to this show, it's Mile High Bandwagon, man. Here on Shady Sports Network. I mean, it's a bandwagon. I'm not a professional. I'm not a reporter. I did go to the Colorado Media School. Shout out Colorado Media School. But I'm just a fan, man. I just love sports. I'll sit and watch a good game, no matter what the match is. Shoot, I've watched some intense ping pong games. But I'm just coming from a fan's perspective. I'm not trying to bring you anything from a professional eye. I'm not trying to break down tape or tell you, what should a team do. I don't care, man. I'm just looking at it like, hey, the Broncos sucked last year. They had some good moments, you know what I mean? But I'm tired of this. Oh, we have a first-year coach, or we have a first coach, or it's their first time as a new team, new coordinator, new this, new that. I am tired of hearing that, man. I just want to see the Broncos come out and give us some good football. You know what I mean? So speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this segment. My Denver Bronco news.
Are you ready to talk football?
All right. Yeah, so it's Denver Bronco news. You're ready for some football, man. Nothing really too much going on is there in the offseason already because we all know, they didn't make the playoffs. So there ain't really a whole lot going on except they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their team. I'm pretty sure, like I was saying last week, that Russell Wilson's out the door. I don't think they're going to move forward with him. In which case, if they do, though, I wouldn't be surprised because there ain't really anybody out there better than him. He's the same as any other quarterback they would bring in. So, whether they find a bridge quarterback and draft a rookie or keep him and draft a rookie, it's going to be pretty much the same thing next season, right? Unless they make some drastic changes. So I feel like Cortland Sutton won't be here next year. So that sucks because he was the bright spot, man. He was the only receiver to get over, in double-digit touchdowns for us last year and some tight coverage, some amazing catches, some catches of the week, man. I'm talking about, didn't he have, I think him and Russ had like the longest air travel touchdown in the season. So, he was spectacular. So it's going to suck to see where he goes. But, I mean, I hope he goes somewhere where he's able to do that without having as much stress on him. You know what I mean? Like where they have a solid number one receiver, so he doesn't have as much stress on him, so he can shine more, man. Because he's not a Gabe Davis. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a Justin Jefferson, but he's not a Gabe Davis. He's like a 1A, a 1B. I mean, a 1B, a 2A. So I'm sure wherever he goes is going to land on his feet. But yeah, he's probably not going to be back next season. Jerry Jeudy might not even be back next season. I've heard, on some reports, I heard on some channels that, they're talking about Jerry Jeudy won't be back. So it's going to be a completely different team, no matter who's throwing the ball. Hopefully, they have some dogs to throw it to. We saw a bit of Marvin Mims, and hopefully we see a bit more. But hopefully it's not the cast of the replacements for him to throw to. But with that being said, the Broncos are projected to be over 20. They're projected to be $24 million over the salary cap this all season. Granted, that's probably not a whole lot of money to them, and I'm sure they're gonna figure it out. They always find ways to get players to restructure and this and that. But looking at broncoswire.usatoday.com, and it said, in a simple restructure, the Broncos can take payments and convert them into signing bonus that is prorated into the cap hits over the course of the contract. For example, a $4 million salary could be converted into a $3 million signing bonus that would be prorated as a $1 million cap hit over the next 3 years, dropping the 2024 cap hit to $4 million from $4 million to $2 million, meaning those numbers don't mean crap you know. So who cares about that? Broncos gonna be over. I just know as a fan they need to go get some players and they need them now. This whole Sean Payton going out and finding players that he played with in the past. Man, come on. It's a new day. It's a new age. You see all these young cats in the playoffs. Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud. You see all. I mean, heck, all the quarterbacks. Lamar, this is what his fifth year, I think. Um, Pat Mahomes, same thing. You got every quarterback. Jared Goff might be, I think, the oldest quarterback in the playoffs. Brock Purdy was Brock Purdy was drafted yesterday, man. So it's a new day. It's a new age in the NFL. So trying to find this veteran that hasn't been doing anything. Where are they at? Who are you gonna get? Because they're not playing now. They're not playing in the playoffs now. So who are they gonna get? I hope they go and draft a quarterback. I don't know about Michael Penix. You know, I mean, he's what, the second oldest quarterback coming out of the draft. Uh, what happened with that quarterback that the Rams drafted from Georgia? Is he even playing anymore? I don't even remember his name. Maybe won the national championship. He's not even there anymore. So I don't want to see that. Man, I need somebody with some fire that's going to come in and take charge. They need to find, the next CJ Stroud. That guy that's not going to be the first pick that's going to come in and make an impact. You even saw, former first round picks, carrying teams and Baker Mayfield. So granted, I mean, I guess they could go back and look at someone, but I don't want that, man. I'm tired of picking up somebody else's straps and hoping that it works out. So I don't know. I hope the Broncos do something exciting this whole season. Bring in a young guy, man. Just bring him in. We'll watch and just develop him. I don't even remember the last time the Broncos developed a quarterback. What was it? Oh man, what was his name that went to the Bears? Oh yeah, let me let you know. Disclaimer: this episode was brought to you by weed. So it's a lot of stuff I probably won't remember off the top of my head. But we'll get there. You know what I mean? So hey, come in, help me out. Let's go. Let's go. It's a bandwagon. We just jump and we looking. But back, so basically, like I was saying, I hope the Broncos bring in something exciting, someone exciting. I hope we see an exciting defense. Our defense was booking next year. Vance Joseph might not be there. I'm surprised I haven't heard anything about him getting interviews anywhere. Since he does have the head coaching experience, but our defense, he comes back, I think we'll be in a good spot. We keep our defense for the most part where it's at. I mean, granted, on the opposite side of what's his name, Justin, our safety. Yeah, we'll have to see how our other safety is going to be, but anyway, keep our defense the same, and I think we'll be good on that side of the ball. It's time to develop on the offensive side of the ball. Like it's time to sit back and let these players grow. Bring in a young quarterback, man. Let him sync up with McLaughlin. Let him sync up with Mims. Yeah, we don't have a true number one running back, but man, Javonte's a beast. You know what I mean? Get him and McLaughlin going, man. Thunder and lightning. I'm trying to see that, right? Don't we all want to see that? So, that offensive line, I think I heard yesterday our offensive line was ranked number 4 and pass block wins. Something like that. Let me look it up. Yeah, I think it was like number 4 in pass block wins. or run block wins and like number 8 in pass block. Let's see. So yeah, Denver's line ranked 4th with a 70% pass block win rate and 12th with a 72% run block win rate. So I had it backwards, a little off. That's from Broncos Wire. .usatoday.com. So I mean, it's not like our line wasn't doing good. I mean, Russ was doing good, wasn't he? Like he led the league in touchdown passes or not touchdown passes, but touchdown to interception ratio, I believe, for most of the season. Obviously we beat the Chiefs, we beat the Bills on the road, so we had some decent games. But did we though? I mean, even with those wins, it was like, it didn't look like. You saw what happened when we played Texas, when we played a team that was locked in and ready to go. It's just, because I don't see the Chiefs getting to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. The Bills definitely, you see it happen to them last week. But the Texans, they got blown out too, but they were locked in, man. This was a 7 seed. Or no, they won their division with a rookie quarterback, a rookie coach. So all this about we got a first-time coach or, we got a new scheme and this and that. Man, just get some people that want to play. Just come out here and play. It don't need to look pretty. You'll get it right as the season goes on. You know what I mean? Like, just come out here and play. So, I mean, I can sit and say that. I'm like, what's so hard about it, man? It's obviously something that's super hard about it because the Broncos can't get it done. They haven't gotten it done since Peyton Manning was here. So it'd be nice to see a team come out, put some points on the board, play with some heart, man, and stop having us want to leave and turn the game, halfway through the fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying. So I mean, shoot. I just want to see a good Broncos team. Can we please just get a solid team? A team that doesn't look like, they're out there JV against varsity. That's all. Especially now, our division is weak. Man, the West is ready for the taking. You see what happened with the Chiefs. I think they had a loss to every team in the West except for the Chargers. You see what's up with the Chargers? They need a coach. Yeah, they got Herbert, but even with the players they got a curse or something, man. The Chargers they can't win. They won't win. They do dumb stuff. They charger it up. And if you follow the NFL, you know what I mean. Because the Chargers should be right here in the playoffs every year, man. But they're just not doing it. The Chiefs they're gonna figure it out. Pat Mahomes is too good to be down for too long. So this is the chance to strike, man. The Raiders smashing without anything. So imagine once they get locked in, once they get everything locked in. They just hired Pierce on full time, so he has the full off season to get the team going and get them ready. So what are we doing? Don't come out and say it's a playoff team, Sean Payton, if you're not going to play like that. Don't do an onside kick on the first play of the season. Man, let's go. I don't know. We'll get there. And I'm ready. I'll be here when we get there. But hopefully we do start seeing some moves over the offseason. Hopefully don't see, I kind of want to see Van Shelton come back, see what happens with the staff having a full year under their belt. The team, let's just get new players. And we don't need to reshuffle everyone right now. We got the ownership in place. We've had them in place for 3 years now. We're keeping the GM. So this is his 4th season. So let's just see how it goes, man. Let's keep that in place. Just change the players and then let's not have that many excuses. Let's limit the excuses we have. I think that'll be something I look forward to seeing from the Broncos this offseason. All right, so let's turn this page. Keep it on NFL.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
All right. We got the playoffs. the conference championships. Man, let's go. All right. It would have been nice to see my Broncos there, but we got some good teams in the championships, man. Ravens versus the Chiefs. We got Detroit. I don't even know the last time Detroit's been there, to be honest. Everybody's throwing out numbers 1939, 1930 something, 7, 6, 5. I don't know. They just have not been there. And they're there with, I think, impressive wins. Although that Rams game, they tried their hardest to lose it, but um, 31-23 over the Buccaneers. I think they kind of blew that game out, to start the fourth quarter. You saw them kind of pull away. I mean, the Bucs, they put up a fight, but they were not the Lions were determined, man. Those fans pushed them to that victory, midway through the fourth quarter, I feel like. Chiefs, Bills, man. I wanted the Chiefs to lose. I really did. I don't know how the Bills lost by 3 points. I mean, I know that kicker missed a field goal, but I don't know how the Bills lost by 3 points at home after everything. Their fans were out there shoveling, man. You had fans taking off work, coming out, shoveling your stadium, 2-3 weeks in a row, and you lost to the Chiefs. The man. But I mean, Pacheco was out there, man. Pacheco was out there running like a man on fire, though. Let me tell you, that's crazy, man. You count the Chiefs out, and they keep on going, man. Kelsey out there doing Kelsey things, man. What do you have? 2 touchdowns. They, man. I don't know. I hate talking about the Chiefs. It's funny because, like I said, I'm a Gator fan, man. Born and bred. Go Gators, Florida Gators. Hit them with the chomp. You know what I mean? Orange and blue, bleed orange and blue. Who do we hate? The Seminoles. So, of course, I don't like talking about the Chiefs, man, but you can't count the Chiefs out. The Chiefs are always in it somehow, some way. First year ever Pat Mahomes goes on the road for a playoff game, and 15, 16, 17, 400 playoff games. I don't even know how many playoff games dude's won. Seems like he's been in a playoff game since he was born. But anyway, you can't count the Chiefs out, but the Ravens, man. See, I wish I would have said something last week. Hold on. Whew. I had to cool off, man. Talking about the Chiefs had me on fire, but them Ravens, man. Lamar is on a mission right now. You can't tell me he ain't, man. This man's here to prove something. He had to claw to get his contract. I don't know. Did he have an agent help him with that? I don't know, but he had to claw to get his contract, man. He did it mostly by himself if he did get an agent. He was in there. I don't think he has an agent. I think his mom might still be his agent. Anyway, this dude got his contract, man. What, $250,000 for 5 years? I think the highest paid average or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure they're like, well, you better prove something to us. And he was like, bet. And what has he been doing, man? He's been going out mollywhopping every team they come across. Every team they come across. So I feel like, yeah, it would feel like they're about to slow down somewhere along the line. But I tell you what, though, Kansas City better get going quick because you see it, man. You see it. Most of they started off fast. You saw last week they started off a little slow against the Texans. I feel like they're like, okay, let's see what they're doing. And then they took off. Man, come on now. Halfway through like the third quarter or something like that, they took off. on the Texans, and I felt bad because I wanted to. I had a little 20 push-up bet with my coworker. I just like stirring up stuff. That's why this is a bandwagon, man. I'm at where it's at. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna talk trash where I can. You feel me? So, I was like, man, Texans about to do something here. They had a little spark coming into the playoffs, man, and you felt good. I was really ready to see a rookie in the championship game. I don't know. Has that been done? Somebody out there, let me know if you watching or looking at the replay of this. Let me know. Has that been done? Because I don't know. But I thought that would have been cool to watch. But nah, Lamar was on a mission. And he's like, all right, hold on. Let me carry y'all over this finish line, man. Let's get it. Halftime, he lit into him. They said, man, he lit it. He was like, I can't repeat what I said because it's not appropriate, which is totally understandable in the playoffs, man. It worked. It worked. You know what I'm saying? Because they came out and beat the brakes off the Texans. And props to the Texans, man, coming through. They've been through a lot, man. It was crazy, that they beat, the team that kind of, gave them all of those players for Deshaun Watson. We know Deshaun Watson. Well, he's on the sideline, I think. I think he was there. We have so many storylines. I was thinking, the NFL is going to write it where the Browns beat the Texans so they could face the Ravens and have Joe face Lamar. But, man, that would have been a slaughter fest. Oh, man, was it like 34-10 or 13 against the Texans? I don't think the Browns would have scored because it would have been personal, added to the fire. But now they go into this week, and he just got one thing on his mind, man, to hoist up the Lombardi trophy. I'm calling me right now saying, yeah, man, that's what it is. Nah, but you can see the Ravens are determined. So I feel like this is going to be a great matchup, man. Like, I think it's going to be some fire. It better be some fireworks. We'll see. Let's see. I'm looking at milehighreport.com. Let's see what they predict. So it's the AFC Championship game. They're saying the Baltimore Ravens showed a little rust this past weekend. I'm not even going to read this all. You can go there, check it out, milehighreport.com. NFL playoffs predicting the AFC Championship game. So let me stroll through here and see what they say because, man, I was hoping the Bills would have beat the Chiefs. All right, they got the Ravens. They're predicting the Ravens. Yeah, and, their last paragraph. With that said, you can never count out Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the Chiefs defense and the refs to do what it takes to get them back to the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, I have the Ravens winning this one. I will never pick the Chiefs, but the Ravens should be the favorites and representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. I feel like I wrote that. Man, I didn't think I wrote articles, but I feel like I wrote that because it's true. Oh, man, I would never pick the Chiefs. I don't want to pick the Chiefs. I'm always going to hope they lose. But you can't count them out. You got to be logical, realistic. But I always hope the Chiefs lose, to be honest with you. All right. But with that, yeah, so I feel like it's going to be a back and forth game, man. Because it's not the Chiefs of the past where they can score super quick. They're not super fast, they can't stretch you out all over the field, but man, they can get some points up when they need to. This is the determined Chiefs team, but oh man, it's what did they say? When an unmovable object meets an unstoppable force. That's what I feel about this game. Lamar's the unstoppable force, and the Chiefs are the unmovable object in his way. So it's going to be interesting to see this duel between Lamar and Pat Mahomes. And I hope this becomes the duel of years to come. I like Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen. It looks like what's the name over at the Bengals? Gosh, man, I can't remember nobody's name right now. But anyway, it looked like, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, they played in the playoffs, 3 of the past 4 years. I'm tired of that. Let's see Lamar and Patty go at it. Let's see Lamar and insert quarterback from the Broncos go at it for the next 3 years. Let's get our rookie in the playoffs, win our division with a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, back to that. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so that's on the AFC side. You got the Chiefs versus the playoffs, or you got the Chiefs versus the Ravens. And then you got over on the NFC side. Holy crap, man. It's a historic game right here. These teams go back, you know what I mean? Like my coworker, my manager, Keith, he's a big Lions fan, man. And I've been talking trash this whole playoffs run ever since the Lions beat the brakes off the Broncos, man. So I like the Lions. I just don't like they beat the brakes off the Broncos. But man, these Lions have come to play despite what I feel like is poor coaching. I feel like the coaches put him in some bad positions, man. He's been trying to lose games for him, but they just keep coming out. Man, it's gonna be an interesting game, These Lions just keep coming back, keep coming back. They came in and took the NFL by storm, last season? And just rode it out. While the Eagles were doing their thing, everybody's talking about how the Eagles rode from the season before that and rode it out. This is what I've been seeing. I feel like the Lions have been like that, man. When they beat Green Bay to end last season, even though they weren't going to get out to the playoffs, they messed up Green Bay seeding. And I think kept them out of the play. Yeah, they kept Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs. Ever since that, man, they've been on a mission to get there, to get where they haven't been. And man, they have responded, They tried to lose the game against the Rams. They tried for sure. But they won. They held on against Tampa Bay. They let Tampa Bay stay in the game. And then just let Tampa Bay make their mistakes. And they won like they should have. I thought that was a good test to go into this game because I mean, quite honestly, if they were struggling in that game, it's like, well, I don't know, man. But, coming out of the game last week, I feel really good about the Lions. I feel confident about them going into this, especially, man, San Francisco. I like San Francisco. I just don't like all San Francisco fans. No, they just got some really cocky fans, which they should be. They're every time you turn around, they're in the NFC Championship game or about to be in the NFC Championship game with who knows at quarterback. So I feel like they do it because they got a squad around them. They got C-Mac, Debo, freaking what's the tight end's name? Man, they got too many players to not be good. But at the same time, I just feel like San Fran is just one big hit away. One player getting knocked out of the game away from losing. And that's what almost happened to them last week when Debo got knocked out of the game. They almost lost that game. Jordan Love literally threw it away instead of giving them a chance to tie it up. But they almost lost that game. Just their offense is just so in tune and it's so well thought out that every piece has its own piece and it plays in its own way that like you take one piece out and it just like throws a whole system out of whack. But their system's so good that everybody's like, oh, Brock Purdy's MVP candidate, blah 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 blah. Brock Purdy doing this and that. Brock Purdy. No one even knew Brock Purdy's name 2 years ago. Brock Purdy this and that. And that's what happens. I'm not saying he's not good. Dude's been doing it for sure. But I feel like I don't know. I am not saying he's a system quarterback, but you could plug and play a lot of quarterbacks in that system and play pretty similar. But back to milehighreport.com. They have the Lions winning. So their last paragraph. This is an interesting matchup against two explosive offenses with opportunistic defenses. On paper, the 49ers appear to be the better team, but quarterback Brock Purdy has been struggling recently. Hold on. But quarterback Brock Purdy has been struggling recently. Meanwhile, the Lions are explosive on offense, but their defense has issues stopping the passing game at times. So this will be an interesting game to watch this upcoming weekend. I think it will be a close one, and I think the Detroit Lions will continue their feel-good story run and advance to the Super Bowl. I think their offense will do just enough to get them the win, while their defense will come up with a few big turnovers to give them the victory. Purdy has been struggling, and I think those struggles will continue and ultimately end up costing the 49ers. Man, I tell you what, this game is which quarterback throws the wrong pass at the wrong time. Because Brock Purdy ain't nothing but a young Jared Goff. You heard it. I said it here. Let's fight. Nah. Jared Goff, great. He's been to a Super Bowl, taken two teams to a championship game. He's won division titles with two different professional football teams. He's great. And Brock Purdy probably will too. But you get that system right and they're running with it. That's how they roll, man. Brock Purdy is Jared Goff 2.0. I said it here. He probably won't even be with the 49ers in 2 years. But anyway, we got them playing this weekend, and I feel like it's really whoever makes the first mistake. And Brock Purdy, man, Brock Purdy makes he made some crazy mistakes last week that should have been picked off. And the defense just simply dropped them. Man, same thing with Jared Goff, man. He put the ball in some Buccaneers' hands that they just didn't want. But I do feel like, man, the 49ers defense is great. They are amazing. And I think Green Bay was the first team to have a 100-yard rusher on them and 20 games or something like that. 20 quarters, some stat like that. But anyway, yeah, so Aaron Jones was the first 100-yard rusher against him in forever. But man, those Lions running backs, Jamar Gibbs, was it Singletary? I think this is their other running back. Man, Amon St. Ra, come on, Reynolds, come on, man. I hope San Fran's ready. Because not only are they going to be looking at a 100-yard receiver, but they're going to be looking at our 100-yard running back. They're going to be looking at a 100-yard receiver too, probably two. They're going to be looking at a multiple touchdown receiver. I think, yeah, man. I'm calling it, man. Lions, Ravens, and the Super Bowl. I think that matched the colors still. I think it's similar to, 49ers, Chiefs. For all those conspiracy theorists out there. Nah. Man, I love playoffs. I love playoff football. I love playoff basketball. I just love playoff sports. And this has been a great playoff season so far. Man, for sure. I think every team that got in, they deserve to be there. There were some great games. You see it. This is the playoffs, man. Teams get weeded out just like that. Like, you got to come to play. You got to come ready. All those gimmicks, all that stuff that doesn't work in the playoffs. It's now. Win, put up, or shut up. And I'm calling it Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl. Good to go. All right. Let's talk. Let's see. Man, the Nuggets. Let's see. I saw the stat about Joker on yardbarker.com. Man, crazy how good the Nuggets are, man. Hold on, let me throw this up.
He's on fire.
He is on fire, man. And by he, who am I talking about? Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic. Joker, whatever. Nah. Joker is in the midst of the most efficient stretch in NBA history. I just saw this on yardbarker.com yesterday. So forget the 50, 40, 90, 90 club. Nikola Jokic is the proud owner of a new club that only he's allowed into, the 70, 50, 90 club. You heard that. 70, 50, 90 club. The reigning NBA Finals MVP has been super impressive over the last 15 games, averaging 25.3 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 8.7 assists at 71, 50, 90 shooting splits, meaning 71%, 50%, 90%. According to Stat Mamba, Joker's 15 game span is the most efficient for a 25 plus point per game score in NBA history. During the stretch, the Nuggets have maintained an 11-4 record and are playing every bit like the reigning champs, best exemplified by their signature win over the Celtics this past Friday. Yeah, man. Be ready. As hot as Joker has been, he was even more unstoppable a week ago. During this remarkable stretch, Jokic between the games against the Grizzlies on December 29th and the Pacers on January 13th shot a miraculous 85 out of 105 from the field, becoming the first player in NBA history to shoot over 80% from the field in a 9-game span with a minimum of 100 attempts. Come on, y'all. But they don't want to talk about the Nuggets. You know what I mean? But, it takes Charles Barkley calling out the NBA for them to put Joker on the previews for the schedules. They couldn't even put him on opening night. We just won the first championship for the Nuggets. They didn't even have the Nuggets on the preview. Come on, man. But it's just what it is. It's just what the Nuggets do. I wish the Broncos were more like this. Back to this story. Let's look. Just consider that the fans in Washington began chanting MVP at Joker during the Nuggets 113-104 win over the Wizards Sunday night, likely in awe of the Serbians' greatness. Man, during the game, Joker had just another day at the office, scoring 15 of 20 from the field for 42 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. As Joker continues to log numbers that even the most proficient NBA 2K player would struggle to, the odds makers in Las Vegas foresee him winning his third MVP award and leading the Nuggets to the NBA Finals for a second consecutive year. Yet, the Celtics, plus 310, are currently slight title favorites of the Nuggets, plus 425 per BetMGM to win the Finals. Come on, man. Let's see them. Who? The Celtics? Ain't that a beer or something? I don't know. Man. We get there. I'm telling you, man. I'm going to a Nuggets play. They make it to the title game. You'll see me there. Front and center. Smiling. I'm telling you. Calling it right now. And to see Joker win a third MVP. Come on, that has to put him up there with the greats. He has to be one of your top, at least he better be in the top 5 of centers, and he should be in your top 2 or 3. I'm just saying. Dude's consistently putting up stats. What up, Martian or what is it? Martian or Martian? What up? Jokic and Embiid are the top 2, and man, they are the top 2 in the league. I still put Giannis up there because Giannis consistently dominates, but I mean, Embiid just had what, 72 points last night? 70 points, I think. I think Karl Anthony Towns had 62. Both of them broke their team records, but Embiid, he broke Wilt Chamberlain's record. Come on, man. He's up there. He is, but he ain't better than Joker. I know they came in. Man, you know what, though? Victor came through with what, like 36, 34 points or something like that? Come on, man. 33. Wembanyama, that dude's a problem. He's about to be a problem. I just hope that they build the team around him. Spurs know what the Spurs need to do. I feel like Pop probably on his way out, but he just need to make this his last project, just building up a title team around Victor, because you know the only way I don't see him winning it is that whole thing with like Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid with Chet Holmgren, because Chet's had that year off. But I feel like Chet like the biggest contender for rookie of the year. So Victor, I hope he do win it. And I hope they build this team around him, because like come 5-6 years when the Nuggets done with their run, it should be the Spurs, man. It should be the Spurs. That's and how could he not win rookie of the year? This dude's getting triple doubles. He's gonna have a quadruple double and a triple triple before it's over with. He's gonna have a triple double with blocks. He rookie of the year, defensive player of the year. He'll be in that conversation. Man, he might even be on the all defensive team, all defensive first or second team, to be honest, before it's said and done. So that's gonna be cool to watch. It's crazy to see, like, it's a new era of big man, but I feel like the big man is finally coming back and dominating. It's a new like hybrid big man. See, he leads the leagues in blocks, so like he is definitely that hybrid big man that can dribble, that can shoot. That's gonna go up and get the blocks, play defense. I put him in that in that category as Joker. Like they come up with these point guard skills. And it's just amazing to watch them work, because they are the giants of the game, man. And when they get it going, you can't stop them. I mean, this dude came through with 33 points on a night when Joel Embiid shines bright. We're still talking about Victor. Like, dang, this damn rookie, man. This dude is like two of me. He's like 7'1", 7'2", leading the leagues in block. So how could he not be up there in talks for defensive player of the year? Granted, it's still early. How could this dude not be, in talks for going to his first All-Star game as a rookie? Come on, man. He has proven that he's living up to the hype. I bet. Looking at him in person, man, goddamn, look up to the skies just to see him. Man, it'd be. I'd like to go see like a Nuggets Spurs game just to watch them work. But I'm anxious to see the Spurs next season. Now that when he got, he got this season shaken off, got the jitters shaken off, he know that he can do it. And it probably is happening now. I mean, hell, it's happening now. Dude's scoring, dude's doing what he needs to do. His assist game is up. He's seeing the plays. They're playing the plays around him, and it's starting to click in. Oh, I bet. He's tall. He's what, like inch or two taller than Giannis? And man, see, that's the thing. That's the only thing about Victor. I think he needs to put on some weight. You look at Giannis and Embiid, man, these giants are freaking beasts. These dudes are stacked, and that's gonna be the thing. Like, that's how they slow down Chet. That's how they slow down Victor. They put those bodies on him, man. You get those bodies on him, and that's what happened with Joker. You see how he had to change it up. What was it, like 3-4 years ago? He come in, oh shit, Joker's lost all his weight. He's in shape. He's ready to go. You had to get that muscle on. You got to be able to bang in the paint, man. You're gonna be a center. You ain't no center sitting out there shooting threes all day, man. And when you running in, they tagging you, man. They tagging you. They wearing you down, man. They giving you dead arms, so he got to get some weight on him. He get that weight on him. He gets some weight on him, and is able to use it. Holy crap! But yeah, man, got me all topic talking about the Spurs. It is going to be interesting to see. I hope he wins rookie of the year. Let's see what the odds are. Who's in the race right now? All right. Brandon Miller too, man. This dude, man, these kids coming in smashing right now. So yeah, I'd say Victor's probably in the lead, but you got Brandon Miller. He don't got the defense, obviously. Chet Holmgren, he got that year under his belt, man. He's a seasoned rookie. He got the redshirt year, so he already locked in, got all the jitters out, and been showing it, been living up to it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the biggest challenge to Victor. But looking at just MSN Sports, MSN.com, sports.nba. This just came out. This is like 3 weeks ago. But the candidates rookie of the year, Brandon Miller, he was averaging 14.9 points, 3.8 assists, or 2.2 assists, 3.8 rebounds, shooting at 43%. Derek Lively, the second, he's averaging 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1.2 assists, but he's shooting at 72%. Jamie Jacquez Jr. with the Heat, man, this dude's he was averaging 30 to change much. 3.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, shooting at 50%. Then you got so you got that tier, and then you got the next tier. You got Victor averaging 18.9 points, 10.3 rebounds, 3.0 assists, averaging a double-double, points and rebounds, shooting at 44%, 29% on threes. 29% on threes. Then you got Chet Holmgren averaging 17.7 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He's shooting at 54% and 40% on threes. I'm gonna look deeper into it, see how many threes they're taking, but come on, man. These guys are playing. Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago. I think I'm pretty sure he still is averaging a double-double. It'd be hard to get to a triple-double unless he get those blocks up, man. If this dude average double-digit blocks, this be unreal. Oh, man, my East contender. The East right now, they got some players, man. The Pacers, Halliburton. I don't know what their record is, but Halliburton's a freaking beast. I feel like Boston. You got Boston. They're gonna be there. They just, for some reason, can't get over the hump, man. Even when it looks like they do, they just knock themselves out. And then the 76ers are just bulldozing, man. They're bulldozing. But also, man, I remember when the Nuggets had Melo, man, Coach Carl, they would just bulldoze, man, through the season. And then you start seeing the last few weeks of the season come across, yeah, they're leading the division. Yeah, they're number one in the division going into the playoffs. But now they're starting to break down. Players hurt, players tired, players need to rest and stuff. And then they go into the playoffs and they get knocked out in the first round. I'm not saying that's 76ers. I'm just saying they're bulldozing through the season, man. So, I think Boston is the forerunner, and they've been playing like it. Trying to think of any games I've watched. I got to watch, but man, their core Tatum, freaking, what's the shooting guard's name? Can't find it. Anyway, their core has been there for 4 or 5 years now, locked and loaded, ready to go, and they play like it, man. They're a professional team. So I'll say Boston, coming out of the East. Yeah, Brown. That's what I was saying. Brown, man. And he's, they're gonna be there for a while. It's cool to see these teams like stick to their guns. We had that phase where teams were trying to get these super teams, try to get all these superstars together. But it's cool to see these teams keeping their players, sticking to their guns. That's the whole thing with the Nuggets. They stuck to their guns. Granted, they probably couldn't have gone out and swayed a big name free agent to come here in the past. But shoot, man, they could have paid someone to come here. No, they stuck with their players and they developed them even through the injuries. And, same thing with the Celtics, honestly, same thing with the 76ers, man. They had that little stint with James Harden, but, they kept the core, and look at them. They're reaping the rewards, man. You got to stick it out with these players and you got to resist the temptation to go out and get you a big name and try to think that it's just going to click. And bring you back the Nuggets and 4 guy or the Suns and 4 guy. Not throwing any shots at the Suns because I like KD, man. KD, my dude. That's my favorite player in the NBA, honestly. But you can't just bring all these guys in and it ain't street ball. So what? They all can't get the ball at the same time. Shoot, they all can't even stay on the court. So you're risking everything, hoping that they play for maybe 15 games for you, solid games together. Just keep your guys, man. These are all NBA players. They all got drafted for a reason. They're all in the league for a reason. Um, Build them up, watch it grow. And next thing you're looking at it like the Nuggets. Say that because we got that ship now, baby. We the reigning champs. Same thing, And I look forward to watching the playoffs again this year with the Nuggets in it. I look forward to watching the playoffs in hockey with the Avalanche in it. I mean, honestly, that's the only time I watch hockey. I won't lie. I wish I could watch all these games, man. That's what I want to do in life. So I'm letting y'all know. I'm putting it out there in the universe. My goal is just to be able to just watch all these games and then just bring it to y'all and just talk about them. But yeah, playoffs, man. Like I said earlier, I love the playoffs right now. We're in playoff football. So I hope to see some good games. On Sunday, the 2 games. I hope they both are exciting, and they should be because we got 4 high-powered teams that could go at any moment, man. Any one of these 4 teams can score at any moment. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of points on the board in the NFL. I think the Nuggets play. I think they play the Pacers tonight. Let me see. I think that's what got me on the whole Pacers thing. Yeah, so they're playing the Pacers tonight. So hopefully that's a good game. Let's see what time that game is. Go ahead to ESPN. At 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Shoot, that game about to come on. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out. So yeah, Nuggets about to play the Pacers. Should be a good game. Plus my cat getting mad at me and let him get on the stream. Usually able to jump up and jump on the stream with me. But Nuggets are up in the season series on them 1-0. Last game was 117 and 109. That was like a week ago. To the date. Like 8 days ago. So it'll be interesting. Looks like they're in Indiana. Let's go Nuggets 30-14. They are 13-10 away. So let's get that. The 14-10 and Pacers are 24-19 and 13-8 at home. So should be a good battle. Looks like they're fairly evenly matched. They do have the Nuggets a little bit up on them, but man, it's NBA. It can go either way. So I hope for a win for the Nuggets. Oh, let's go back. Martian or Martin. I'm tired of the Chiefs. It feels like when the Warriors. Yeah, it totally feels like when the Warriors are good. And it's crazy. You don't want to hate on greatness. You want to be like, okay, let's go. I love what they're doing. You know what I mean? But it is the Tom Brady, the LeBron effect, the Warriors effect. When you're down, when you crappy, don't nobody seem to want to hear about you. And then when you're starting to get that, when you're starting to catch flames, then they like, okay, let's talk. Like the Lions, like the Texans, everybody want to be on them right now. But then when you got that continued success, everybody's like, come on, man, I'm tired of it. What do we got to do to beat these guys? They find a way, and that's the Chiefs, man. They find a way, but they're not going to find a way this weekend. Not at all. I feel like the Ravens got their number, man. They got their number, and they, like I said, they are ready to play. So let's go Ravens. I'm purple and black this weekend. Can't help but root against the Chiefs. The defense is super good. Lamar's locked in, man. Watch. Dalvin Cook about to get a touchdown. Touchdown, Dalvin Cook calling it right here. Nah, but I feel like the Ravens, they're not going to blow them out, but they're definitely going to win by more than 2 scores. The Cowboys. Man, everybody think the Cowboys going somewhere, and they're not. They get there, they run, man. They run hard as they can, and then they just trip right at the finish line every time. Usually by the second round in the playoffs. I don't even think they made it to the second round this year. They didn't even make it past the second quarter, man. Come on. They were getting blown out in the beginning of that game. So they got some questions to fix. They're definitely they got kicked out on Instagram. Looks like it's about time for me to make my way. Yeah. The Cowboys are the best regular season team that I've seen thus far. So far. Who else is a good regular season team? The Dolphins. They were a good regular. Oh man, see, I can go off on these man. See, thanks, Martian or Martian. I love when I get interaction, man, because I'll go. That's the whole point. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because, like I said earlier, my show, Marshall's Law, is about to come up. So go ahead and tune in on Shady Sports Network here on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram Live, X, Facebook. I don't even know, whatever other social streaming services out there. We're on it. So yeah, thanks for joining me. This is Mile High Bandwagon. You can find me on Shady Sports Network, www.shadysportsnetwork.com, or at Shady Sports Network. Find our other shows too, man, mostly alt football, but we covered all. So yeah, coming up here at 5 is my show, Marshall's Law. So that'll be popping up in like 10-15 minutes. Thank you guys. Thank you, Martian, man. Catch me next Tuesday. Same place, 3 o'clock, 3:35. I'll be jumping on live. You want to talk about something, man? Shoot me some comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Set a reminder. Shoot me some comments. Hit me up on social media. C Green, Cedric Green at Said Sells Homes. I'd love to chat, get you on the show, do some live interviews, some live debates, get some stuff going. Because I'm gonna talk sports, man. I love sports, and I can talk it for days. I don't care what it is, what it's about. If it's a competition, I'm on it. So thanks again for joining, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. If you're here in Denver, catch the Nuggets coming on at 5 against the Pacers. Everyone else, tune in Shady Sports Network and catch Marshall's Law coming up here at 5 p.m. Mountain Time.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.